Alright my people, I ain't even gonna bother talking about the whole card. That event was as dead as a Sunday morning, and you could bet Dana White was red-faced, sweating bullets up until the main event saved it, you know. Not gonna lie bro, like the women division, like it's become my go-to bathroom break, I swear. I went off to watch the paint dry, and I swear that dried faster than this bullshit fight, to be honest. And my nan had a better fight trying to thread a needle than whatever we saw here. Like absolute shambles, yeah? And then Pena has the nerve to call out Amanda Nunes, who's already retired, bro. She was literally asking and staring at her corner like, did I win? Did I actually win? Look at that face. That's not a face where you're confident saying like, look man, I beat that girl. Nah. That is like, bro, I don't think I'm gonna get the dub. She like you know, she knows that she lost. All I need to put is J. Cole's song here, you know. What a joke. How does she even look at herself in the mirror with all that trash talk? I'd rather watch her scrap with Ronda Rousey in the WWE than see another matchup against Nunes. Like, and Kayla Harrison already tried to solve that fight. Like, she was good at the mic. You guys had a back and forth. Call her out. Not someone who's already retired and like literally manhandled you in the last fight. So like, come on, bro. Just stop it now. No one wants to see you get wrecked again, you know. Like, at this point, I swear to God, Dana White was probably on the IV drip with power slap reruns on loop and John Jones poster already nearby praying for some salvation, you know. But finally, we got the fight that actually mattered, you know. Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree. At this point, the entire UFC is resting on Alex's shoulders. Every time they think their card is gonna shite, they bring in the big guns, which is Alex Pereira. And with champs like Pantoja, Pena, Bilal, John Jones, the divisions are struggling for excitement, you know. But then this fight came up, absolute war. Both man delivered, both man stock went high, and Khalil ranked number 8 performed better than both Yuri and Jamal Hill together. The audacity, look at this guy, look at Jamal Hill yawning after Alex Pereira won the fight. Like bro, did you just wake up? What this man did is what Jamal Hill thought he will do in his dreams. The fight itself, an absolute war, both man delivered, but at the end, Alex has been here before. The man knows how to deliver when it counts. By the end of round 3, Khalil was gassed. Come round 4, Alex just went full beast mode, beating Rountree to a pulp until he was nearly unrecognizable. And once again, Alex stands as the champ. He's not planning to move up or down in weight, and he looks cool as a cucumber where he's at, yeah. He said that I don't want to do the weight cut no more. I don't want to go up either. Right now, I'm good at where I'm at. So I believe the next challenge could be Magomed Ankalaev, which is no joke. Obviously, he's a good crush sniffer and he's gonna go in. His fighting style would be the biggest challenge for Alex Pereira. But yeah, we get into that later. Probably another video for another time, because at this point, I feel like the matchmakers don't want to lose their golden boy. And I'm not saying Alex Pereira is backing off from the fight, but I know UFC don't want that fight, you know. And I kind of get it as well at this point. Like, you got freaking Bilal Muhammad, you got all these crotch jockeys as well. So, you know, you don't want another one to come in and just make the whole division stale as well. But before I analyze the fight, let's talk about some weirdness in the fight with Joe and DC, you know. Like, these two jumped in with their signature Hawk Tour and Guac Guac 3000s, because as soon as Alex Pereira made his entrance, I swear these two were giggling like schoolgirls. And you know, like, let's be real, Joe Rogan, every time he likes a fighter, he starts glazing, bro. You just know he's all puckered up, clenching his butt cheeks. Even here, when he won the fight, Alex Pereira won the fight, and he was like trying to big up Khalil for doing such a good job. Joe Rogan just want to move on from that topic. He was like, no, let's allow that. Let's get to the Guac Guac 3000 again. Come on. Throughout the whole card, they were coming up with the wildest stakes. These two were just like literally doing splits, like going crazy. Let me guac that up sort of thing. Like, bro, give it a rest. That's wild takes, you know. You need to be a bit more unbiased. Like, Rogan's got a long track record of this kind of bias. Remember when he glazed over Israel Adesanya? He tried to make it seem like Izzy was dominating the Jan Blachowicz fight. Or when he tried to rewrite the narrative after the Islam first fight against Alex Volkanovski with his boys, acting like Islam lost because he was sitting with his crew. He even pulled that nonsense with Dricus du Plessis as well, twisting the story to suit his favorites. The same with DC. Every time any of the Dagestani fighters are fighting, you just know that he cannot stop playing with himself. Oh, don't ban me, YouTube. I'm sorry. Anyway, enough of my rant about these two knobheads, Let me get into the real action, The fight analysis. When the fight started off, we had some insane intro music. One side was blasting that Wild Wild West colonizer tune, and the other was rocking that native indigenous vibes. Were they trying to imply something here? Who knows? But it had me laughing right away. And before the fight started off, we had to witness again the death stare of Alex Pereira. Brother looks into your soul for weaknesses. Like, there's a reason why there's offense, because of his death stare. That would put anyone's confidence to shit, on good. He even made the people's highlight reels get nervous. On good. But when the fight kicked off, no one was rating Khalil. Pereira stepped into the octagon like a boss and the whole city was on his side. Khalil, not a single chair. And he started his fight with this crazy kick, he wanted to go all Hore Masvidal on him, bro. He doesn't come off that strong. He sussed out the opponent's, but this time around he was looking a bit different, he came for all the smoke, But Khalil Rountree was not playing around. He grabbed him by the ankles, got him in all four, as Nina Drama does whenever Alex Pereira is here. I'm not sure why he pulled his punch here, because that was a good chance to come across, just blitzing, because he was across the cage. Maybe he was just too quick into the fight, but that was a good point for him to get in. And once again, Alex Pereira came in with the leg heavy approach, like he always does with his opponents. Got a shot return, like a cross, and it worked out for him for the first 2 rounds. He would get in and then move out of the pocket, like you will see here. This shook Alex Pereira a bit, because he's not used to that sort of pace. Because usually the fighters are too afraid of his fighters are a bit afraid of his counter striking. In the start, Khalil was doing a lot of feints, just trying to understand the distance, and Pereira gave him that calf kick, which he's known for, his signature calf kick. But Rountree wanted all that smoke, so as soon as he did that, he came up with a crazy front hook and then a cross. He would come in, blitz in. I was a bit worried about him as well, because obviously Alex Pereira, when you blitz in, we've all seen what happened to Sean Strickland. You don't want to be blitzing in with a guy like Alex Pereira. Saying that, Rountree learned a thing or two with DDP when he was up against Izzy as well, because these are counter strikers. But I think the constant pressure and just believing a little bit in yourself was working out for him. He was finding Alex's chin with that cross. He was finding the distance. And there's the thing about these stocky guys, bro, it's a bit hard to understand them, especially a guy like Khalil, who's such an elite sort of Muay Thai fighter. He knew what he was doing, and at the same time, because of his stocky build and the head movement and stuff, it was a bit hard for Alex Pereira to counter strike. But I would like to say that during this time, if you would hear Joe Rogan and DC, they were just how good is Alex Pereira? If you put him in a room with me and Joe Rogan, we would give him the glizzy goblin all the time. That's what was happening. So I'm not gonna obviously I can't play because the copyright shit, but trust me, that's what they were saying. And in 4 minutes 23 seconds, this is the sort of blitz I'm talking about. Tried to go in with the jab and then again with the cross. The cross was there, the overhand cross was there. That was annoying Alex, you could tell. And he did that throughout the first round. What it was doing though, I would say, is not on the first round, but after the second round, I think it was gassing him out. There was no tackling involved. There was no clinch involved. These guys were at each other's throat. It was a proper brawl. And once again, look at how he dips. Beautiful. He blocks it at the right time. But even then, he got shook a little bit. And throughout the fight, Rountree was moving outside the front leg, as you can see here. Beautifully moving out. Again, tried to go for the overhand. That was the first round, and I know Joe Rogan was oh, he looks gassed and stuff. I don't think he was that gassed here. I know that he was using too much of his explosiveness, which eventually I felt was a big factor for his downfall. And this was a groundbreaker. This got everyone on their feet. Nobody was backing up Khalil, but after this, you could start hearing the Americans starting the USA chants right after this one, because they saw a glimmer of hope that maybe Rountree can get it done. So when Alex went for the kick, beautiful dip, you could tell that he was in the zone. He was seeing everything that was coming to bro. Just what a beautiful counter. As soon as the leg dropped, he knew where his head was at, gave him with a crisp lead hook, dropped Alex for a bit, you know. I feel like over here, I know Khalil is not the type of person who likes to take the fight to the ground, but he should have done that. Like, I feel like he could have taken the back here. And he again goes for the overhand hook. That was working for him, bro. Like you could see Alex was not enjoying that. He did not allow Alex Pereira to like basically dictate the fight. And this was a highlight. This was a proper highlight for him. Come round third, this is where you could see the momentum shifting towards Alex. And Alex been in this situation for so many times. This is not new to him. So he was still very calm and calculated, even though he was getting clipped. Bone broth, man, that's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Fucking can't find like look at me with the straw. I was a bit sus still. Anyway, as you can see on round 3 now, man was finding his distance. He was trying to get him cornered up to the cage. This is what I love about Alex Pereira. He adjusted from the square ring in the kickboxing realm to UFC in such a short time. Like, bro, he's been dominating the whole UFC in like what, in the span of 7 months. That shows how good his fight IQ is. Like, he adjusted to the bigger sort of spacing. The way he controls the octagon is insane. Got man wilding out here. But as you can see, Khalil was right on his business as well. Every time he would come up, there was a reaction as well. Like here, same, boom. These two were at each other's throat. Even round 3, I would say, was a very close round. Even on the cards, I felt like if we would have gone to the distance till round 3, Rountree was making moves. And there was a common thing, like he would dip in. Because of his height, it was hard for Alex to basically do a counter punch, and he would dip in. So you can see how low his level is from the hitting range. You could go for a knee or something. When it comes to boxing and him coming in, it was annoying. Alex, look at that beautiful, beautiful cross. It was working out for him. He was using his height for his advantage still. Round 3, Rountree. That's crazy, gang. But anyway, he had 22 head strikes, 4 on the body. Obviously, Pereira was going to take the lead on the 11 on the leg kicks. And that was the whole thing with high significant strikes. Alex is always going to get that above because of the fact that he's got those calf kicks on his arsenal. And he was getting like some success in the body shots as well. And this overhand sort of like a hook cross was there all night. This really troubled Alex Pereira. I feel like the dipping in and coming across just really is something that other fighters can look into as well against Alex Pereira. But by this minute mark, Alex Pereira was just had enough. He went in with a beautiful knee, and that's what I was saying. Like, Alex Pereira should have used more of his knees when he was dipping in. That he have like those long advantage, the knee and stuff. Should have used that more, especially the way he was dipping all the time. This knee was always there, and this shook him a bit. And you know you're in trouble when Alex Pereira is just pushing you towards the cage. And that's what started to happen in round 3. In round 1 and 2, Rountree was trying to dictate the fight in the middle of the cage. But by the end of round 3, Pereira started to push him. And this was like a stupid love tap. And I could tell here that the downfall was coming. The power was gone from Rountree's shots. Like, it wasn't as explosive. No power behind those kicks. And by round 4, my man was struggling, not gonna lie. At this point was like basically his last sort of like resort. Same thing, overhand. But now Alex Pereira was sussing out the shots. He wasn't getting hit. Like, he was moving out of the way. Even till this point, you could see that my man was trying to find the chin. I think over here when you were that gassed out, I feel like Rountree should have gone for the clinch. But I'm not sure why he was just going on with the same sort of techniques. But yeah, like, I know it was too much ego. He should have like went for the clinch or the takedown. I know he's not about that life, but still, a dub is a dub, you know. And by this point, bro, like, was busted up. You could see that nose was bleeding. He looked tired. Like, it was like he was running a marathon without a water break, you know. He even did the bobblehead, like he's listening to some Indian jam. But you have to give it up for his heart, bro. Like, even at this point, he was still trying to find the chin. Like, he never gave up. Fast forward to 1 minute, they still had like some pretty gruesome exchanges. But this is where Alex Pereira started to show his Chama power. Boom. And at this point, Alex Pereira was seeing everything. Because Rountree did not have his like explosiveness. And he was getting a bit slow, tired as well. He was seeing everything. Look how he moved back. Like, he moved back and loaded up that cross. And boom. That's what wobbled him. That's what wobbled him, bro. This was it. And after that, it was just like rinse and repeat. He would come up with the cross hand. He would see that, move back, boom again. The same thing 2 times. Because I told you, like, he was coming up with that overhand. Before that, there was that speed, the agility. But at this point, Alex was seeing it, just going back, and then there it is. Again, moving back, and again with the cross, same thing. So within like a few seconds, he clipped him 3 times, and now he started to see his movement. He was moving more freely, and like he will come up with the knee. Beautiful knee. This is art. Again, same thing. Overhand, moving back, returning a cross or a jab. This one, he came up with a jab. That's what I love about Alex. He switched it up as well. He doesn't want to be predictable. At this point, my guy was starting to look like Freddy Krueger. When your opponent is landing every jab and your hands are just like, you can't even keep them up anymore. Again with that jab. Brother was just getting clipped. Fast forward to 1 minute. At this point, it was a pity park. Man looked like a bus ran through him, bro. His eye looked out of place, nose bleeding, everything. Like, even there's a point in the post-fight conference, like shit's coming out of his nose, look like his brains or something, bro. At this point, I think they should have just stopped the fight anyway. So it was a good stoppage. So anyone saying that the referee stopped the fight too early, fuck you, bro. Like, the guy had his hand down. He was just about to bow down on all fours, you know. Look at him, like, he was done. At this point, he was done. So yeah, like, he had nothing to prove. He did an absolutely amazing job. The guy was done. Look at that face, bro. And yeah, like, by this point, the ref had seen enough. The problem with Khalil was, like, he's got heart, man. Like, he was keep coming in, but this, I believe, this body shot was it, man. Like, he was already gassed, and with these body shots, he ripped him, and brother went down. The brother went down, and that was it. That's all she wrote. This was a crazy fight. I would dare I say, like, it is right up there for the championship fight of the year. Like, and what I would like to see is, who is this dangerous man gonna fight next? Usually he ends it in the first or second round, and the people don't take that much damage. But now we see, if you go all the way up to the 4th round, and if you're not Israel Adesanya, you might end up like this, bro. But big up to Khalil, and I love Alex Pereira, but I have a feeling, might be a hot take, might be people might not like it, but if he fights Magomed and Khalil, I feel like the legendary run will be over. But I'm gonna cover that topic up in a bit. This was it for me today. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Until next time.